Hey guys, I'm glad you're there. I hope you will watch this video and finish completing this lesson. We are covering topic 19, formulating and solving systems. And our lesson 2 for today is solving systems of linear equations using number sense. We are starting on page 129, and you need page 129 to page 134. Okay, so 134. All right. So remember what I said about a system? It's called a system because you have more than one equation, and all of these are lines. So let's go ahead and start with today's opener. Number 1, it says, use number sense to solve the shape equation puzzle. Okay, so we got two shapes over here. One of them is a square. That's called a square, in case you didn't know. And this one is called a triangle. All right. It's saying a square plus a triangle equals 9. A square minus a triangle equals 1. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to find two numbers to where one's a square, one's a triangle to equal that. So you can try a lot of numbers. So here are some numbers you can try. All right. So what are some numbers that add up to be 9? Okay, you can actually do a table. So let me show you do a table. Here we have our square, here we have our triangle. Okay, so let me scoot this over a little bit. What numbers add up to be 9? 1 and 8. Oh, I forgot. 0 and 9. 1, 8, 2, 7, 3, 6. Okay. And we're going to keep going right down here real quick because I'm out of room. 4, 5, and then 5, 4. You see how that's a repeat? We can mark this off. All right. Which one of those set of numbers add up to equal 9? Every one of these add up to equal 9, but is also going to subtract to get you 1. Well, let's see. 8 minus 1 is 7, so not this one. Okay. 9 minus 0 is 9. So not that one. 7 minus 2 is 5. Not that one. 6 minus 3 is 3. Not that one. 5 minus 4 is 1. So the best answer for this one is 4 and 5. But you got to figure out which one goes where. Okay, so let's take a look. All right. So if I did 4 here and 5 here, 4 minus 5 is negative 1. Do you see how that doesn't work? So that's a no. Okay? But what if you did 5 minus 4? Does that equal 1? Yes. So your square is going to be a 5, and your triangle is going to be a 4. And the reason being is, so let's look at this problem real quick. Let me scoot this back a little bit. Okay? Let's take a look. I'm going to use a red ink instead. I hope you guys can see red okay. 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. Check. See how the order? 5 minus 4 is equal to 1. Check. So what is the solution to this first equation and this second equation? Your square is a 5 and your triangle is a 4. Just like that. Okay? All right. Let's rewrite the puzzle as a system of equations using variable s and t. So you got to, first of all, you should always define your variable. Like, what does each one of those represent? So for number 2, we have a triangle. What letter you want to use? I'm sorry, a square. What letter you want to use for a square? Let's use the letter S. I personally don't like S. It looks like a 5. Okay? And I'm going to use my triangle. I'm going to use the letter T. If you write a T, add a little curve, otherwise it looks like a plus sign. So those are not my two favorite letters to use. That's probably why. All right, so let's rewrite this. So let's go up here. So S plus T is equal to 9. There's my first equation. Right now, that's just a linear equation. Okay, your second one, S minus T is equal to 1. 1, 2. That makes it a system. And there you have defined it and you have written it like an algebra. All Number 3, show algebraically the solution you find in question 1 is the solution for the system of equation you wrote in question 2. So we want to show algebraically how this works. All right, so here we go. We're saying S is equal to number 5, and T is equal to 4. So let's show how we did it. Here we go. Okay. 5 plus 4, see how you substitute it, is equal to 9. Is 5 plus 4? Check. Next one. 5 minus 4 is equal to 1. Is 5 minus 4 equal to 1? Check. And you have done it algebraically, and you have also found the answer. Okay? So S is equal to 5, T is equal to 4. All right. So for today, you guys are going to learn these things. You're going to learn to write a system of linear equation in 2 variables to model a problem situation. And you're also going to solve system by inspecting. So basically, you're going to guess and check. Okay? All right. Let's go to our lesson 2. Chord activity. For each situation, write a system of equations, then find the solution to the system. So first of all, you got to figure out what you're looking for. You got to read the question. All right, so let me read them to you real quick. And circle things that you think is important, or highlight them. Okay, either one. A farmer raises chickens and cows. There are 34 animals in all. Kind of important. The farmer counts 110 legs on these animals. Total, this is also a total. How many of each type of animal does the farmer have? So we got to figure out what are the 2 things he's talking about. Chicken and cows. All right. Both of them starts with a C. Up to you which one you want to use it. Okay? Here we go. Part A. What are you looking for in this problem? So let's see what we are looking for. First of all, we're looking for how many cows, how many chickens, and how many cows does the farmer have? That's what we are trying to find out. Okay? All right. Next, you got to figure out what to do next. You have to do what? Define the variables. All right, here we go. First off, it says, let what equals what? What are the 2 things we're talking about? We're talking about chickens, and we're going to talk about cows. So what do you guys want to use for the chicken? I personally like the letter X. So X is going to be my chickens. Anytime I mention the letter X, it's going to represent chickens. Let Y, what's Y going to be equal to? To cows. You could use C, and you could use a different letter like K, for chicken and cows, but I'm just going to use X and Y. That's something you can never guess wrong. X and Y. Doesn't look like any other letter, doesn't look like any other number, X and Y. That's why I like them, okay? All right. Part C says, what conditions are given in the problem? And what other informations do you need to solve the equations? So let's see what we know. We know what? There are 34 animals in all. That's the first thing we know. Second, we know there are 110 legs in all. Okay? So we know that. And what are the 2 things we're talking about? Chickens and cows. D, it says write a system of equations to represent the problem. Now, when you do this, keep your units together. In other words, if you're counting animals, keep all the counting animals together. If you are doing all the legs, keep all the legs together. So first off, here we go. We're going to do the animals first, right here, okay? So what do we have? We have chickens, which is X, plus your cows, which is Y, and we know we have 34 animals. All this is just counting animals. Number of animals, number of chickens, plus number of cows equals 34 of them. Did you guys see that? That's your first step, okay? Your second. Let me see if I can get a different marker. Do I have a blue anywhere? Nope, all you got is red and black. Okay, second one. All right, so I'm going to box this in so you guys can see what we're doing. Okay? Now we're going to talk about the legs. Let's look at chickens. Chicken says how many legs? 2. So we're going to say 2x. So if I have one chicken, 1 times 2 is 2. If I have 2 chickens, 2 times 2 is 4. If I have 3 chickens, 3 times 2 is 6. Do you guys see where the 2 comes from? Plus, how many legs does a cow have? Because I want to do legs. Cows have 4 legs. Hence the reason for 4y. 1 cow, 4 legs. 2 cows, 2 times 4 is 8. 3 cows, 3 times 4 is 12. And how many legs do I have altogether? 110. So this right here are your legs. Do you see how I came up with these 2 equations? Okay? All your units needs to be the same. Number of animals, number of legs. All right. If you can understand that, it's a piece of cake. 6, letter E says, solve the system of equation using whatever method you like. For example, guess and check or number sense, then check your solutions to make those equations true. All right, there's many ways you guys can kind of do this, okay? One way is, I'm going to show you something real quick. So get out your calculator, okay? Let's take a look. Here you have x plus y equals 34, okay? Watch what I do. This will help you out a lot. I'm going to use this one right here. X plus y equals 34. Solve for y. Minus x minus x. You all know how to do that. So y is equal to 34 minus x. Okay? So I'm going to teach you a little trick. You guys ready? Alright. So basically I'm going to show you how to do this chart on a calculator. Here we go. That's good. Turn it on. Go to right equal. See that right equal? And then make this up a little bit. Make sure it's here. Next part. 34 minus. Here's your x. Right here. X. Okay? See that table? Second table. Notice. You have all those numbers. So let me write you the step. Go to right equal. Okay? Enter the equation. It must be y. And then next step, second table. Alright. Just see all that? Okay? So these are all the combinations that you can use. That's going to add up to be 34. Everyone see that right there? Okay. Now I'm going to show you another step. Or you could just use your number sense. Alright. Take what you learned. 2x plus 4y equals 110. Solve for y. So 110 minus 2x. Divide every one of these by 4. Y is equal to, watch this. Second quick, get out of that. 110 divided by 4. I should type it correctly. That equals 27.5 minus negative 2 divided by 4, 0.5x. Okay? There's your second equation. So we got 2. We got this one, and we got this one. Who knows what we're saying? This is all linear. Alright, you guys ready? Go back to your equation. There's your y1. Put this under y2. And if you want to, you can put a 2 there. Okay, here we go. Alright. Y equal 27.5 minus 0.5x. Second table. Now, scroll through here. Where do you see the same number? Oh my goodness, look at that. You guys see that? Oh, 21 and 21. X is what? 13 and y is 21, 21. So, what is the answer to x? X is equal to 13, y is equal to 21. Okay, so there is your answer. But what you should also do is you should also check. So let me teach you how to check. have it right this way you can see it. There we go. Alright, now we're going to check. I hope that's on the next page. Perfect. Okay, we're going to check. This is how you check. You guys ready? Go back up here. Here we go. Second print. 13 plus 21 is equal to 34. Bingo. X is 13. Plug it to here. Two parentheses. 13 plus 4 times y, 21, which should equal 110. Bingo. Do you guys see how that? And that's how you can do it. So how do you check your solution? To check, you plug it back in. 13 plus 21 is equal to 34. Check. Okay. We're going to call this one A. Let's call this one B. B. 2 times 13 plus 4 times 21 should equal 110. Type that to your calculator. Check. That's how you can check the work. Just like that. That's probably the easiest way to do it. If the numbers are small, you could be plugging it in. But to me, for linear, this is probably the easiest way to do it. Don't even worry about the fraction. Okay? Alright. Here we go. I'm going to start you guys on the next page, and then I expect you to finish it. Okay? But we're going to use this, at least the same letter. Here we go. Alright. Number 2. You have 14 coins in your pockets that are either quarters or nickels. All right, here you have to know the value of your coins, okay? So first of all right, I'll let you call. Okay, here we go. You have 14 coins in your pockets that are either quarters or nickels, okay? Okay, so what do we have? What are the two things we are talking about? We are talking about quarters and nickels. A quarter is 25 cents and a nickel is 5. And we write it in that amount, like that. We write it in cents, okay? Here we go. They total how much? $2.50. How many of each coin do you have? So what is this question asking you to find? All right, I'm going to let you guys write answers on there on your own. You guys can try this, okay? So, and then we're going to check it. Come back to my paper to check it later. What is this question asking? It is asking how many quarters and how many nickels. Okay? That's what we want to know. How many coins does he have? How many quarters does he have? How many nickels does he have? Okay. H-A-V-E. I can't write all of a sudden. All right, define the variable. So what are the two things we got? We're going to let Q be the number of quarters. I think that'll be easier. And N, I try to use whatever these letters are, unless it's like chicken and cows where it's both C's. And N is your number of nickels. Okay? Now, I'm going to let you guys try to write it. Remember, quarters is 25 cents and nickel is 5 cents. All right. What conditions are given in the problem? What relevant information do you need to represent? I'm going to let you guys finish that. But let's go ahead and write a system of equation to represent the problem. Remember, use the same unit in an equation. All right, let's take a look at the first one. We have coins. We're going to use quarters plus nickel. How many coins do we have in all? 14. This is counting. 1 quarter, 2 quarter, 3 quarters. This is the number of coins. Okay? Second one. Quarters is worth 25 cents plus nickels, 0.05 nickels, and all of that is $2.50. Okay, you guys see that right there? Here we go. It's okay, come on. All right, I'm going to let you guys answer this part, but there's how you have that equation. Now, I want you to solve. I want you to think about how to solve it. If you need to rewind this video to show, for me to show it, that's fine. And if you want it to, n could equal y. Just keep in mind you did which one, okay? You can say like n is equal to y, q is equal to x. However you want to do it to help you, but that's something you guys can do. Or you can just stick with x and y. Your choice. All right, so I'm going to let you finish that. Let's look at number 3. At an ice cream parlor, ice cream cone costs $2 and sundae costs $3.50. One day, the receipts for 114 cones and sundae cost $301.50. How many cones and sundaes were sold? So what are the two things we're finding out? Sundaes and cones. Okay? I'm going to use X and Y for this one because it's a lot easier. All right, I'm going to let you guys use this, X and Y. What do you want X to be? I'm going to let it be cones, and Y would be my sundaes. Okay? I'm going to let you guys answer number 3. As you notice, we're doing the same thing over and over and over. So let's take a look. What do we know? Answer that question. We know they bought cones and sundae. And how many of those did they buy? 114. Number of cones, number of sundaes, and we bought 114 of them. How much is a cone? X is cones. It's $2. How much is a sundae? $3.50, and all of that costs you how much? $301.50. Okay? I'm going to let you guys figure that out. Rewind the videos to number 1 if you can, to use your calculator if you wish. Okay? All right, that should work. Okay, now, part 2, use whatever method you would like. Solve each system below. In the last column, check that solution. So let me do the first one with you, and then I'll let you do 5 and 6. All right, so looking at this, what are some numbers that's going to work? Now, this is a 10. That's easy for me to do a 10, okay? So many different ways you could do it. I'm going to use a table. All right, so here's X, here's Y. 0 and 10, 1 and 9, 2 and 8, 3 and 7, 4 and 6, all that adds up to be 10, 5 and 5, that's a repeat. Which one of these are subtracted to give you 2? 4 and 6. Now, notice it's a positive 2, so X needs to be, it should actually be 6 and 4, because X minus that, okay? So X is 6, Y is 4. There you go. So it's actually this one. All right. So X is 6, Y is 4, because otherwise it's negative 2. Okay, you can check. How do you check? 6 plus 4 is equal to 10. Check. 6 minus 4 is equal to 2. And there's your check. Okay? I'm going to let you guys do number 5 and 6. Not too bad, right? You guys can figure this out? Okay. Your homework. Let's go to the next page. Here's your homework. All right. Skip. Okay? Skip. Don't you guys love it? All right. Now I want you to do number 2, A, B, C, D. However method you want to use. Now I'm going to go back real quick to page 131. Now look at this right here. Okay? I want you to take a look. Take a look at this one right here. Do you guys know how to solve that? It's just one variable. Yes, you do. So 4x equals 12 divided by 4. X is equal to 3. Did you just find an answer for x doing it like that? Why can you do that? Because there's only one letter. Now can you plug into this one to try to find y? Absolutely. What is x? 3 plus 4. 3 plus 4 is 7. Check your work, okay? Something to think about. Here you go. All right. So you guys should be able to do this. Here's another thing, like on number 6. This first part, this one right here, x times y equals 84. Solve for y. So y is equal to 84 divided by x. Type that in the calculator, like I've shown you. pardon me. This one right here, x minus y equals 5. Negative x plus 5. Remember how you're solving? Divide everything by negative 1, so y is equal to x minus 5. Plug that in the calculator. Slope intercept. Easiest form to use. Calculators can help you. Okay? All right, that's pretty much your assignment. I'm going to let you guys do number 2. And then on number 3, follow along. I want to see if you understand what to do. Think about the dimes and nickels, okay? It tells you that each type of questions are worth either 4 or 5 points. There are 24. Take a look. What would you use? Follow the directions. It just says choose a variable and then solve, however method you need to use. All right, let's go to page 134, staying sharp. Ready? All right, here we go. Mary solved the problem below, but the solution is incorrect. Explain. I want you guys to try to do this. This is all about order of operation. Okay? Show me the correct order of operation. Remember, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Parentheses, exponent, multiply, divide, add, subtract. Some of you learn it as gamma. Same thing, okay? Alex skated 5 meters in 4 seconds. How fast was Alex skating per second? This is like your last staying sharp. Just remember to put meters over seconds and then compare the two. All right? This one, number 3, is like what you just did earlier, and it goes back to your previous lessons. Number 4, you need to write this in slope-intercept form and then graph, okay? Easiest way to graph. Y-intercept, and there's your slope. Don't forget your positives and your negatives. All right, this one, you need to do ratios. Ratio is like a fraction. Find the missing side for triangle XYZ. So we're trying to find this, okay? So here's something you can do. So I'm going to show you one of them, and then you guys can do the other one. Let's look at number 5. All right. These are, one is bigger than the other, but the ratio is the same. So I'm going to call this one A, I'm going to call this one B, okay? So I'm going to put A over B. See that? So 16 over 4 is equal to 20. What corresponds to that one? This one right here. What do you want to name it? I'm going to call it X. Now, notice there's an equal sign between 2 fractions. If that is the case, all you do is cross multiply. 16 times x, 16x. 4 times 20 is 80. Divide each side by 16. Oh, let me get out of this. And the answer comes out to be 5. So this right here is 5 centimeters. Okay? I am going to let you guys find the answer for that one. Set it up the same way, but instead of 20, you might want to use 12. All right, this is a sequence. I'm going to let you guys figure out what number goes next. And that is pretty much your assignment for today. Okay? Help each other. I will be back. You will have a short little quiz over this, if possible. It's not bad, but you should be able to do it. All right? Good luck.